Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get everything working here. For some reason, my stream is not picking up the game like it should. We'll get that fixed real quick here. There we go. Alright, we can jump out of the car now. Well, where did it go? What happened here? There we go. What we're having here is a failure to communicate. Welcome everybody for the STRANGEBREW Racing Legend Series. We are live tonight from South Boston Speedway, a very historic track here in the iRacing community. These guys have been setting down some pretty quick times. Dean Qualley, top of the leaderboard. Hunter Wellman currently in second. Tom Queering in third. I did hear a rumor Larson Parker not going to be here tonight. And maybe that 46 car might be running parts liberated from the from that 18 car. You know, that's just the rumor I heard. I wouldn't want to perpetuate any rumors, but the 18 car is not here. So that looks like there may be some rumor, and if we look at that number 46 car Tom's, when he gets out on the track, you can see there's some duct tape holding that thing together. He might have exceeded his racing budget for the year. Joining us tonight for the first time in the Legends car, we get that number 38 of Mr. Matt Moreau. Exciting to see what Matt can do in a Legends car. Logan McNitt, as always, with us tonight. Brad Steffen. Alright, we are getting ready to go. Heat race number 1 is going to be on the board. There's that 46 car. You can see the duct tape on the hood, on the fender. The right rear fender's been on fire. Might have been a rear seal in that axle. So it's getting pretty interesting in that 46 camp this year. Had a little more damage than he would have liked to have seen, maybe. So starting on the front row, we do have that number 89 of Bad Brad Steffen. Outside of him, we got that 17 machine of Mr. Dean Qualley. Row number 2, we got Tom Queering and Logan McNitt. Should make for an exciting race this evening. Find the point standings real quick for our series while these guys are getting ready. Alright, Legend Series, Larson Parker, 30-point lead over Bad Brad Steffen coming into tonight. Tom Queering in third, just 3 points ahead of Mr. Dean Qualley. Austin Strang 5th, Justin Walbring 6th, Logan McNitt 7th, Hunter Wellman in 8th, and Ray Andrews in 9th. Braxton Clues rounding out our top 10. Getting ready to go green flag racing, coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Dean Qualley on that high side. Gonna be side by side. Hey Ray, how you doing, buddy? Missed racing with you, sir. Hopefully you can get your technical difficulties straightened out. Brad Steffen gonna jump out to an early lead. Logan McNitt in 4th, trying to hold on to the back bumper of Dean Qualley. Tom Queering running in second. Ray, after the news that was announced today, you may have to come over and join Strange Brew Racing full-time. Fastest lap set down by Mr. Brad Steffen. 17:41 at the line. And you just beat that with lap number 2, the 17:20. Those tires are getting warmed up, getting a little more grip into them. Logan McNitt crashed. He's jumped to the pits. Dean Qualley is fastest in practice, but he is unable to reel in our race leaders, Brad Steffen and Tom Queering. Dean Qualley getting a little closer to the back bumper of that 46 machine. Brad Steffen with a comfortable 4/10 of a lead win. Two to go. Tom Queering goes way high. Looks like the 89 of Brad Steffen is going to run away with this one. White flag is in the air. Coming out of turn 4 for the last time. He gave up coming out of turn 4. Tom Queering almost passed him. Not quite sure what was going on there. Maybe Brad thought the race was over already. All right, heat race number 2, gridding up. We do have only 3 cars in heat race number 2. Matt Moreau's going to be on the pole for this one. Hunter Wellman on the outside. Austin Strang riding shotgun on the field in that number 33 machine.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Getting the driver command. And these guys are getting ready to rock and roll here. Hunter running on the outside in that number 64 machine. Look for him to try to anticipate the start. Try to get a good jump on that outside. As Matt Moreau is going to lead us to the green. Matt getting a little push by that 33 machine. Maybe a little drafting help. Green flag is in the air. Hunter Wellman gets a really good jump on that outside, but here comes that 38 of Matt Moreau back on the bottom. Still side by side. Ooh, a little bit of a touch. Oh, I hear you there, Ray. Matt Moreau's going to hold off the 64, but he's going to come back. Crossover move as they go down into the corner. He's got position underneath. He's going to take away a P number 1 from Matt Moreau. Matt not giving up yet. He's right back at that back bumper of the 64 car. 6 laps to go. Hunter Wellman stretching it out just a little bit. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in and spending your Tuesday night with us here at All the Dirt. We are watching the Strange Brew Racing Legends Series powered by the Extreme Forces Racing League. Right after this, I will be participating in the FALCONGRAFIX Mini Stock Pavement Series. We're at Thompson, I do believe, tonight. Not one of my favorite tracks. Wellman Racing says, go get him, Hunter. He's got this one pretty solid as long as he focuses on his marks. Ooh, Matt Moreau gets a little loose. The 33 of Strang jumping to the outside, trying to make up some ground. Ooh, both cars bobble just a little bit. Ooh, Strang might have given him a little bit of the bumper treatment there, going, hey, buddy, I've got a faster ride, let me by. Tomorrow night on All the Dirt, we are off. Then we'll be back Thursday night for the Dirt Car Series. We got the Dirt Cars Mini Stocks and then the Dirt Cars UMP Modifieds. White flag, Austin Strang making a bid at the top side. Not quite. Moreau's going to hold on by about a half of a car length. And that's going to seal the deal. Wellman, Moreau, Strang. 50 laps of distance here at South Boston Speedway. Very historic NASCAR track. They've been racing at this track, I think, since the 50s, if I remember correctly. All right, on the front row, Bad Brad Steffen. Outside of him, heat race number 2 winner, Hunter Wellman. Tom Queering inside of row number 3. Matt Moreau in that 38 machine is going to be on the outside. Dean Qualley, 3rd row inside. Austin Strang on the outside. And Logan McNitt, Thomas the Tank Engine car, shotgun on the field. Not quite sure what Mr. Dean Qualley was doing. Maybe going up and saying hi and good luck to Hunter Wellman. Wellman Racing says take that speed to the feature, and Ray's cheering him on, telling him get it done, Hunter. A little bit of sad news for the EFRL. It was notified today that Misfit Creations, as of today, will be no more. Our good buddy Justin going to take some time off from iRacing, focus on real world stuff, but we wish him the best, and we'll see what good things come in the future. Hunter Wellman gets a great start on the outside. Side by side going down through turns 1 and 2. Ooh, gets a little loose battling that wheel. He's going to fall in behind the 89 of Steffen. Steffen gets loose. Wellman gets a hard charge on the outside. Here comes Steffen back on the bottom, bringing the 46 of Tom Queering with him. Side by side at the line, Steffen holds on with slight advantage. Fastest lap, Dean Qualley, 2/10 faster than everybody else that lap. Dean is up into 4th. Tom Queering now making a bid for 2nd place, trying to get underneath the 64. Ooh, Tom gets loose into the inside wall. Caution is out. Tom dives it down in there hard. Gets on the gas. And that back end just kicks around on him. Ooh, hard into the inside wall. We can see why he's got all that extra duct tape on there. We did have a report of Austin Strang crashing earlier, but no caution came out. Let's take a quick peek, see what happened with Austin. Oh, spins. Backs it into the inside wall. No caution was out because there was no car still on the track behind him. That will re-rack him and restack him. That'll help Austin Strang. Front row's not going to change, but Dean Qualley now up to third place. He'll be starting the inside second row. Matt Moreau will move up to the outside, right where he started the race officially. We'll see if Hunter learned anything after that first start. Keeping them side by side as they get close to the line. Green flag is in the air. Both cars hammer down. Hunter going to fall in line right between the 89 and the 17 of Dean Qualley. 10 laps into our main event here this evening. As I was saying, right after this, we will be racing in the FALCONGRAFIX Pavement Mini Stock Series. You can go ahead and catch that on our sister station. I do have a link in the bio. We are going through a name change over there, so I'm not sure if it's listed as Extreme Forces Racing League Broadcasting or if it's listed still under the Rusty Misfits Racing League banner. But check that out. We can post some links up. Hunter Wellman sticking to the back bumper of Brad Steffen. Just waiting for Brad to make a mistake. Looking to the high side. Brad's going to go up there and shut that door down. Dean Qualley quietly sitting in the lurch. They do have a bit of a gap between third place Qualley and fourth place of Matt Moreau. Brad comes the corner a little high. Hunter looks to the inside. Brad leaves that window open a little too long. Hunter's going to stick the nose of that 64 down underneath of him. Hunter's being patient right now. We still do have 34 laps to go. Hunter Willman all over the back bumper of that 89 machine, and Dean Qualley continues to lay down the fastest laps. He's running a 16:95. He has the fastest lap of the race. Hunter's got a movement to the inside. He's got an advantage side by side as they exit. Ooh, Hunter gets loose. Had to chase it. He's not giving up. He's coming right back at that 89 machine. Dean Qualley sitting in that third spot, probably hoping for the two leaders to get together. Oop, 89 bobbles a little bit. Hunter gets closer to that back bumper. Hunter down low. Side by side for the lead. Slight advantage to the 64 car. Jump on the front bumper of Mr. Dean Qualley. Watch these guys battle side by side. He's trying to figure out which one's going to come out ahead. Hunter takes the lead. Now Dean Qualley and Brad Steffen battle side by side for second. Ooh, Dean Qualley gets a little loose. You hear him just banging the chip. These motors will take a pretty good abuse. Ooh, Brad Steffen fighting that wheel, gets a little loose there as he's trying to reel in the 64. Dean Qualley falling back just a little bit. Oh, Hunter gets loose. Brad Steffen powers by him on the high side. He's going to take the lead back. Hunter gets real loose. Hunter Wellman did save it, but it's going to cost him. He went from first all the way back to third. Now 3 seconds behind the leader with 20 laps to go. Unfortunate mistake for the rookie Hunter Wellman. Dean Qualley working on that 89 machine now. Did he save enough tires to make a difference here at the end? He's going to close the gap right to the back bumper of that number 89 machine. Only had one caution so far this evening. These guys are just clipping through these laps. Oh, Brad Steffen gets loose. 17 Qualley does not take advantage, or was unable to take advantage. 89 gets loose again. Now Qualley's got to run to the inside as they go through the corner. 3 and 4. Oh, Dean Qualley's going to get loose. Has to check up. That's going to cost them. They are starting to catch the lapped traffic of Mr. Matt Moreau. Hunter Wellman all the way back to third. Tom Queering currently running in fourth with those borrowed question mark parts. Austin Strang in fifth. Logan McNitt in sixth. Matt Moreau in seventh. Oh, Dean Qualley hard into the outside wall. That'll cost him 2 more tenths on the track. He pancaked that right side pretty good. He might have just cooked his chance at running Brad Steffen down. 10 laps to go for the number 89 machine of Brad Steffen. And just in case you didn't know, Brad, he's your mom's favorite driver. Brad is a Wisconsin native. He's raced with us here in the Rusty Misfits Racing League / Extreme Forces Racing League a long time. Always a tough competitor. He's running that 89 car hard tonight. Oh, he's going to go around hard into the inside pit wall. He's off the track. No caution. That's going to hand the lead over to Dean Qualley. Ray, I think you might have jinxed him. Dean Qualley steals the lead. Hunter Wellman now in second. What an unfortunate turn of events for the 89 of Brad Steffen. Tom Quiring has made it around Hunter Wellman to take over second. Ray, oops. Hunter Wellman trying to get back around that 46 of Tom Quiring. Oh, Tom gets loose coming out of the corner. Hunter all over that back bumper. Hunter's got the low line. You can make that top line work at South Boston on exit if you keep that low guy pinched down and don't give him any room to come up the track. You can really mess up his momentum. Tom's trying to battle back on that high side. Ooh, gets a little loose there. Side by side, tire to tire. Down the straightaway. Coming out of turn number 4. We got 3 laps to go. And this battle for second is on fire. Tom's going to do a crossover move. White flag is in the air for that number 17 machine of Mr. Dean Qualley. Coming out of turn number 4, he's going to get the win. Hunter Wellman in second. Austin Strang in third. Tom Quiring falls to 4th in the last lap of this one. What a crazy finish. Dean Qualley's going to bring home the win in that number 17 machine. Logan McNitt giving him a little love tap there. Let our drivers get lined up and get into the broadcast booth. right, coming home in third place, Austin Strang.
What's going on, Mick? How you doing, buddy?
Dude, what a crazy last couple laps.
You're not wrong, man. I really didn't think I was gonna catch them at all. I heard Hunter say, "Uh-oh." I saw Tom sitting there on the side of the road, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go and hope and pray they don't catch me.
Well, it worked out. You brought that number 33 machine up 3 positions from where you started. You started 6th, brought it home, got a podium finish. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. I like I said, I really wasn't expecting to do much tonight. I was just kind of stoked to be out there and getting a little more seat time. I haven't really been running Legends as much as I need to be as competitive as I should be. But yeah, this was a fun race. I've been having a fun time this entire season, man. So yeah.
Well, congratulations. That was a fun race to watch. Crazy. We had the 89 spin out underneath of a lap car, collect the pace or the inside wall on the pit road, give the lead to Dean Qualley. Tom spun out. Hunter almost spun out. Crazy race.
Oh yeah, I mean, I spun out at the beginning of the race.
Oh, yep, saw that one. You got the caution, were able to catch back up, which, thank God.
Oh, no kidding. I was like, oh, please don't catch me. Please don't catch me.
Well, congratulations. You had a great race tonight, and nobody ran you over, so that's always a bonus.
Oh, I know, man. I'm usually getting run over most of the time, but it was nice not getting run over the last few weeks. So it's been a blast.
All right, buddy. Anyone you want to give a shout out to tonight before we cut you loose?
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you and broadcast team and the league for hosting these, and you guys for hosting this. Is always great. I appreciate having you guys out there. But White Knuckle Setups and Wraps, Deemed Fit, Admin Box, iRacing, iFlag, Duck Key, and Race to End Stigma, and then also my wife and the rest of my family for just supporting me for all of this because I put a lot of time into this. So yeah, it's always great when I can just come and sit down and practice for a big money race or something, and the wife is like, "Hey, you need a drink or anything?" So a big shout out to her because she's super supportive.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Austin, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. Have a good night.
You too. All right, we got the driver of the number 46 car with us. He didn't quite make the podium, but man, he probably should have.
Well, I mean, I fought for it all I could there, and I kind of gave it away at the very last second.
We were watching for you and Hunter those last couple laps, and then the last lap I jumped up to Dean because I was like, okay, well these guys are gonna settle it among themselves. Then I looked and you weren't in the top 3 anymore.
Yeah, I dove into turns. I can't even remember if that was 1 or 2 or 3 and 4 there, but I dove into the corner trying to get a run on him, and he was a little bit slower, and I expected him to be in the middle part of the corner, and I caught the back bumper of him, and instead of spinning him out, I spun myself.
What a crazy race. We had the 89 take himself out trying to go around a lap car. He crashed into the end of the pit road wall, but he was off the racing service, so no caution. I know Hunter almost spun out once earlier on, fell way back. You spun out, Austin spun out. It was a crazy race, but we only had 1 caution.
Yeah, these cars are super, super squirrely, and I do feel bad. I got into Matt Moreau there about 10, 15 laps in, kind of took us both out of the equation there for a while, and he didn't deserve that for sure. Matt's a pretty solid guy and races clean for the most part, so I feel bad for spinning him out, and there's no caution for that one for us to catch back up on, so kind of gave him the short end of the stick on that.
It sure did. I heard that you're filling in for Dean Qualley, who won the race tonight.
Well, I was kind of bugging him in our race chat here that he said he's got a visitor and can't make the post race interview, and I told him I'll do the interview for you and say that you only won because you got an illegal carb on his fuel injected motor. Which for those not so mechanically inclined, if you have a fuel injected motor, you don't have carburetors.
Wow, and that was a crazy race. And I heard you borrowed some parts to make this race.
Well, I was really worried about that 18 car showing up there, so I went over to his garage there the other day, and I tried to. I was nice. I left him 1 gear. I left him reverse, but I borrowed some of the internals from his transmission to see what he was running.
Well, congratulations. You did have a good race and not quite the result you wanted.
No, and I definitely didn't need Dean to win either, because there's a 5-point difference if I remember the point structure correctly, and I think we only had 3 points between us in the standings, so Dean should overtake me this week here in points.
Well, the points are going to get real tight. It's going to be interesting.
Absolutely, especially with Larson missing the race. He had a pretty solid lead going into both tonight's Legends and Mini Stocks race, so with him missing, it's going to definitely shake things up a little bit.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much for jumping in and filling in for Dean. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Well, first off, Mick, you do a great job. You filled in for me a couple of weeks ago for a few weeks there when I couldn't come out and do the mini stock broadcast. So big shout out to you for coming out and doing that. That's huge. And yes, Starosta Trucking, DJ's Windows and Aerial Access. I've said it before. Those guys help me out with a private race that I put on every spring. They sponsored me $1,300 for driver payouts, so I can't thank them enough for doing stuff like that.
Well, that's awesome, buddy, and we look forward to seeing you. Hopefully I can join you up in the booth if I get a good enough race here in a minute.
Well, with any luck, Mick, with any luck.
All right, thank you, buddy. We will see you soon.
Sounds good.
Well, now we have the second place finisher of Hunter Wellman.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm a little disappointed with myself, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call real quick. Oh, man. You were battling for the lead. You passed the 89 for the lead. Then you got loose. You saved it, but, man, you fell way back. Lost a lot of track time. Then you end up battling with Tom in the closing laps. He almost spins out. Well, I think he did spin out. But you had such an up and down night. The 89 takes himself out. Holy cow, what a race.
Yeah, I don't really know where to begin, to be honest. I tried battling Brad for the whole first half of the race. Finally got by him and just made a rookie error, trying to drive away from him as quickly as possible. Overstepped the throttle just a little bit and got around. And then trying to climb back, Tom had fresher tires. And he was closing in quickly, so I did everything I could to defend. And on the last lap, he tried pulling a crossover and had a little too much momentum, got into my rear bumper, and it took him out. But other than that, it was a really fun and entertaining race tonight.
Well, and that's just it. And even with all the single car spinouts, we only had one caution. Everybody else spun down off the racing surface. You saved it when you got sideways. But, man, what a crazy race.
Yeah, there really wasn't much room to breathe there on track. You were almost always side by side with somebody.
I do like the racing at South Boston. I do think it is very competitive.
South Boston is one of my favorite tracks, especially in the late model.
Oh, yes.
I will do 100 sessions there whenever it comes around.
Well, you finished second tonight. That should help you a little bit in the point standings. I know you're down towards the bottom of the top 10, I think, but that should boost you up a little bit, and hopefully you will make a bid for it here in the closing races.
And I'm happy to be in the booth here tonight. I haven't had a good stretch on asphalt lately, but with the podium and dirt car last week and now tonight, I'm starting to feel better about my driving abilities again.
Sometimes that's all it takes, is just a little boost in the confidence.
Very true.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on finishing second. We look forward to seeing you. Are you going to be in the mini stock race?
I will be in the booth tonight. I do not own the bull ring.
Oh, is that where we're at? I thought we were at Thompson.
I think it's the bull ring. I'm gonna have to double check schedules.
Let me take a quick look.
Either way, I will be present in some way, shape, or form tonight.
Oh, it is the bull ring tonight. Yes.
Yeah, I unfortunately won't be behind the wheel, but I'll be able to watch all the chaos unfold from above.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a wonderful night. We got to go get strapped in and get our mini stock ready to rock and roll.
You too. Hopefully we see that 75 up close to the front tonight.
I hope so. We haven't done too well in those things this season.
All you need is a little boost of confidence, right?
Yeah, right. All right, buddy. You have a good night.
Yep, you too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here at All the Dirt. Join us back in 20 minutes, and we're going to be doing our best to wheel my mini stock around the bull ring. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.